How's it going, everybody? Thanks for joining Of Two Mindsets. I am D Hill, and I got to tell you something. If you watched the last episode, I said I was bored. I'm still bored. What about you? How are y'all doing? I wanted to talk about how we're all coping in this pandemic era, these quarantine times. COVID 19 has us at home, at least those of us who are trying to be somewhat responsible. If you're like me, you probably haven't worked in an office or wherever you work since March. I've been working from home most of the time, even before that, but now it's different because you can't even go into an office. And even though you don't like, or at least I don't like, or don't care to be around all of the people in my office, still there is some comfort in human interaction that being at home all day just doesn't provide. Um, that's something I'm sure that a lot of us are going through. So, what are you doing to deal? Now, I know a lot of people are still going out partying, especially here in the metro Atlanta area, and I just can't do that. But we get out where we can, taking walks and things of that sort, exercising. But overall, I've tried my best to be as responsible as possible because even if I don't get sick, you know, you've heard it a million times now, you could get the next person sick. Um, so just being in the house most of the day, it can be problematic. I mean, just think about, they say that isolation, can drive a person crazy. And even if you live with someone or have pets like I do, um, even that gets old. Not to say that the people or pets that you live with are boring, but I think you know what I'm talking about. So, what can we do to cope? There's plenty of stuff to watch on TV, streaming services, and things of that sort. But even though those things are endless, sometimes you just run out of things to watch. There's tons of stuff to watch, but not everything meets your taste, right? So, it's time to perhaps try to find some new hobbies, things that you can do at home. Um, but one thing I want to suggest that everybody does is reach out to other people who are also feeling lonely. Reach out to those who might not have as many people as you know that they can reach out to. Um, I'm a little bit guilty myself that perhaps I haven't done that. So there are people who are older who are at home all day. I know a few widows and other people in general who are just not as connected to the world as you and I might be. So maybe this is a good time to step out of our shells, so to say, and try to reach out to some of the people who are really, really struggling with the lack of socializing, but they don't really have an outlet. Sure, there's social media, but I'm sure that even you get tired of Facebook. Instagram's okay for the good pictures, but it's not the most social site, so to say. But like I said, there are people who are struggling worse than you and I are, or you and me. So let's try to reach out to them. Give them a call. I had a cousin call me today just for a few minutes, and that felt good. Just a little break from the norm. So even if it's somebody that you don't usually talk to, if you haven't talked to them in a few months or years, let's give them a call. Hey, who knows? They might tell you an interesting story, or they might give you some ideas for yourself. Um, it's just to the point that people are struggling right now. This type of isolation, I'm sure it brings on a lot of depression and those who are already suffering from depression, and even new depression for people who weren't experiencing it before, or you know what I'm saying. Let's reach out and help each other. Let's support each other, especially our elderly family members and neighbors. Again, I'm guilty, absolutely. There are people that I need to contact that I haven't contacted, but I'm going to do that now. At least I think I am. No, definitely. No matter how much they might talk about stuff I don't want to talk about. Point is, we've got to support each other. These are hard times, and if we reach out to each other, that will make it a little bit easier for all of us. Also, I mentioned finding new hobbies. It doesn't even have to be a hobby. There are a lot of different things you can do at home, but partying might not be the best thing right now, even with masks. But we can do it. We can figure out a way to survive this, and hopefully it'll all be over soon. Let's get out. Let's make those phone calls and reach out to people. Texting is just as good. Which brings me to a point. Why are there so many people who are anti-texting? I could see if we're making illegal deals, but texting is a good form of communication. It's the year 2020, and hey, let's reach out to people however they feel comfortable in communicating. That's all I got for now. I hope it made sense. Communicate, help people out. We can get through this together. I'll talk to you later. This is Of Two Mindsets, and I am D Hill. Have a great evening or morning, wherever you might be. Peace.